Hi, I'm Claude Whitacre. I'm a business owner, a speaker. I give speeches and talks on subjects related to marketing and advertising and selling. And I've written several books on selling and advertising. And when I'm giving a speech to an audience, a lot of times somebody will raise their hand and they'll want to talk about price. And they'll say, Claude, what I sell is a little bit more than what my competitors sell for. How important is price? Well, price is important. Of course price is important because nobody will buy from you unless they know how much it is. So they need to know the price. But here's a little story that illustrates that happened to me that years ago that illustrates the difference as far as price. And here's what happened. Years ago, maybe 20 years ago, I had several offices and we sold vacuum cleaners in people's homes. We would go into people's homes by appointments and we would sell them a vacuum cleaner. And at the time I think the vacuum cleaner was $1,600 is what we sold it for after we give money off for trade-ins and all of that. So we'd walk out the door with either $1,600 in a cash or check or credit card, or we would finance it through several different places for $1,600. So we were closing as an office about 41%. In other words, 41% of the presentations we went on as an office, including everybody, 41% of the time that person would go ahead and buy our vacuum cleaner. So we were looking for ways to increase that to make it so that we would sell more vacuum cleaners. And one of the sales managers said, we need to lower the price. If we just lowered the price, we would sell tons more. Well, I already kind of knew what the result was going to be, but I thought, you know what, I want to get rid of this problem once and for all. I don't want anybody to ever bring this up again. And so this is what I want you guys to do. You guys decide, and I'm telling my sales managers this, you tell me today for the next 30 days what you want to sell this product for. Just remember, our costs are the same, our overhead is the same, so every time if we reduce the price, it all comes out of profit. Part of that's mine, part of that's yours, part of that's the salesperson. How much do you want to lower the price? And they said, let's sell it for $1,200. From $1,600 to $1,200. I said, you know what that's going to do? And they go, yep, we know. They wanted to prove to me that we would double our sales if we just sold it for 25 or 30% less or whatever it was. I said, okay, that sounds great. And so we held a big meeting and I said, everybody, we're going to do an experiment. Over the next 30 days, we're going to sell our $1,600 machine for $1,200. Okay? Now it's going to affect commissions and things like that, but it's a good experiment. So this is what happened. Over the next 30 days, I think we went on 100 and some presentations, and guess how many we closed? 41%. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that if suddenly we raised the price, if we doubled the price, we would still sell 41%. But we lowered it by a significant amount, and so I told my sales managers, I said, okay, from now on, now you know, forever and ever and ever, that lowering the price is not going to increase sales. And they said, okay. Sure enough, about another 6 months later, one of the same sales managers that I had said, Claude, I think we should increase sales. I wonder if lowering the price would make a difference. And I thought that was so funny because we just went through that whole thing. Anyway, lowering the price usually doesn't make sales. Another thing is, I did this once. As an experiment, I was taking a new salesman with me, and I wanted to show him that price wasn't really that big of an objection. So we were selling at the time, the vacuum cleaner that I was selling was $1,995. This is many years later, the price had gone up. I'm selling it for $1,995. And so we're doing the presentation. At the end, I said, would you like to know how much it is? And the guy said, yes. I said, it's $19.95. And the prospect I'm talking to says, well, that's a pretty good price, really. I mean, for all you get, $19.95, that's a pretty good price. If I was in the market, I might consider getting that. And my new salesman staring at me like, of course I wouldn't have sold it for $20. There's no way I would have done it. I just wanted him to see that it's not the price. See? If they want it, they want it. And if they don't want it, it doesn't matter what the price is. They're not going to buy it. See? I kind of cover that a little bit in One Call Closing. I think that story is not in this book though. But you know what? I talk a lot about in One Call Closing about when to talk about price and how to talk about price to get the best reaction, how to keep price from being an objection, how to answer price objections, how to do all of that to do with price. It's one of many, many things that are covered in this book. If you go to Amazon.com and buy the book, it's only like $4. I think you'll get something out of it. Okay? Thank you.